Okay, here we are. Here we are. Welcome, welcome. This is Christy, and I've got a beautiful group of light beings here with me in this now to bring forth a light code and light language that we'll go through some information about before we get to that. But what I wanted to do, and I got you all in gallery mode, so I can see most of you, at least a picture of you if you're not on in your in person. At least I see the picture of you. So what I wanted to do is start today with a feeling of celebration. I mean, we are in some exciting times. So everybody, celebration here. We are in some exciting times right now.
Yeah, we are.
It is fascinating. You know, joy, love, acknowledgement of ourselves as we've powered through this experience that we're having. Knowing deep within our souls that we have a mission and a purpose of love and light to bring forth. So round of applause again for us all here. We're doing it here. This is exciting times. And I'm thrilled that you guys are joining me here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I kind of prepared some visuals because I'm much better with visuals actually, and I think it would be helpful for you, and especially with a light code that I'm going to bring through here. Let me see if I can get this back into a different mode here. Okay. I'm going to share the screen. Okay, so I'm reading my notes. So I'm going to express my experience over the last few months and what has come through to bring together with you today on 10-10-20, which is today. Everything has been divinely guided, of course, and it feels like a lot of energy has come together for this day, and each and every one who listens and will receive what is intended for them. Through this light code that I'll bring forward here, as well as the light language that will also be brought forward shortly. So here's the light code.
Wow.
Nice.
So this came through in a sketch format. That's how I get light codes. I get them first and I just sketch them real quick. And then I ponder over them for a period of time. And this one, I want it to be artwork. And there's some very specific things with this one too I'll get into. So here we go. This light code arrived on 9/8 or 9/9. I can't remember which day it was, but I'm not sure. But the sketch was a real quick one, as I mentioned, and a quote that came, I had a quote that came forward when I received this light code. And the quote was, "A heart is symbolic of love. It is not a platonic solid, yet it is organic in form and is creation in motion." The title, I got a title of this light code, but before I mentioned that, there's the colors in this light code are very specific, the magenta and the gold, and they are for a reason. You know, as you probably all know, colors are energy, and the time for colors to come forward is I feel it's happening. Keep that in mind with this light code. The title of this light code is called Heart of Creation. So I'm going to go to, oh, we'll come back to this because I'm going to leave it up when I do the light language.
Super.
So again, colors are very important right now. So I did some research on the two colors, magenta and gold, at this website here. And these things really resonated, and they brought forth the 8th and the 9th chakra. So I'm just going to read through them. Magenta, the color of the 8th chakra, the soul star located, gotta move that, located right above our heads. This chakra contains our Akashic record, our soul blueprint. It's the joining of heaven and earth. spiritual and physical. The color magenta creates a color loop rather than a line in the rainbow. Therefore, it is both the beginning and the end. Funny, we've heard that before, right? Of the color spectrum. And we know the color spectrum is only going to explode in the fifth dimension. It's not going to be what it is now. It's going to be much more. Magenta represents the universal love at its highest level, the color of the free spirit. And then for gold, the color of gold, the color of the ninth chakra, the seat of the soul located above the soul star, it is likened to a gold ball that is eternally spinning. It's said to contain the blueprint of the soul and contains all the skills and abilities we have acquired in all lifetimes and incarnation. It is referred to as the Stella Gateway portal that connects the soul to divine source. It filters the divine white light into the soul star, then into the human body, the cosmic doorway to every single light density. So these really resonated with me because I wanted to find something on these colors because they were really talking to me. So this information resonated, and I've got more information on gold. I have a huge affinity for gold, and that's been for a long time, actually since a child, and it's very prominent with energy, I guess, that is within me or something. I'm not really sure, but it is very amazing energy. Gold is symbolic of wealth, or that is the human's limited perspective of it. The warmth and beauty of this color carries an energetic signature like no other. The element of gold is purified through fire. The Chinese proverb says, real gold does not fear the test of fire. We are the golden ones. We are in the purification process, allowing all the impurities we have collected to fall away through much work, of course. And in order to return to our whole being that is of love, peace, and truth. And then one last note on gold. The last thought on gold and its symbolic resonance to our soul. Gold does not tarnish. It's always shiny and fully expressed in all of its beauty. Our soul does not falter, tarnish, as the truth of who we are is always within us. And that cannot be taken away, yet the experience in our physical bodies has allowed us to feel tarnished, and that is the illusion that we have agreed to experience in the physical body. This experience was of both light and dark and part of the experiment, and when we decided to complete it, we would then rebirth the love back into the evolution of humanity through our whole being, and that is now. In this process, we agreed to many roles and all sorts of expressions that were the opposite of love. However, our main mission is to achieve a level of mastery over our own self. As we do this, the rest will fall away. Okay, the next one I want to show you is, and this is all related, going back to the light code, and this is just information that's come through. So I want to take you to the Fibonacci code or sequence. If you notice down here at the bottom, you can see that sequence in the shape of a heart. So the two sides of the heart spiraling like the Fibonacci sequence or code is a mathematical sequence of nature. As we know, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, and so on. That's the Fibonacci sequence. And that is in nature. And the heart is a part of this. But when you look in it, and I'll explain it again here in a minute. But when you see the heart and you see the spiral within the heart, know that this spiral on the left side is spiraling counterclockwise. That is the feminine. On the right side, the heart spirals clockwise. That's the masculine. And then when we, of course, mirror this Fibonacci sequence, which is nature, it becomes the heart. And so the question is, could this all be nature's code for humanity? This heart, could this heart actually be nature's code for humanity? Okay, now I'm going to come back to the heart, to the heart of creation here. Just a little bit more here. The platonic solids, which most of you are probably familiar with, the tetrahedron, the octahedron, the icosahedron, the cube or hexahedron, the dodecahedron, they represent nature in all forms as well as the universe through mathematics and repetition. Each platonic solid is aligned with an earth element. For instance, this is the tetrahedron and it is aligned to fire. I don't know if you, the reference of the Chinese proverb, you know, gold will sustain fire, basically. Let's see. Perhaps the heart is humanity in its physical, organic form, which is created by Earth through her elements, which are all the platonic solids, in order to action our way back to love through the physical body, going back to the quote that came through when this light code came through, which is action our way back through the physical body is creation in motion. Then we have the tetrahedron, the first and simplest platonic solid here, triangular pyramid with 4 faces, 6 straight lines, and 4 vortex corners. It is aligned with the element of fire. Fire, interesting. Fire, we talked about fire earlier. You know, this, the feminine, the masculine, the tetrahedron is fire burning away, you know, the gold, purifying the process here. So it's all feels very, very connected. Also, the tetrahedron is the basis of the Merkaba, as you guys know, which represents two tetrahedrons. The upper is the male or masculine, the bottom is the feminine. And the spinning is counterclockwise and clockwise. So, you know, the tetrahedron keeps coming. And what I found out is that the tetrahedron is also, it's a symbol code using for setting instructions for energy current in the grid networks. That is what the tetrahedron is. I found that very interesting. And I've utilized it in some other energy work. I don't know if any of you guys have utilized it, but I definitely did a few months back. And the energy work was in the water and the land nodes. And it was bringing the energy through Lemurian energy. It was really amazing and really cool. Let's see. Okay, the last thing I just wanted to mention. So I was guided to the ocean for sunset on October the 3rd. And the sunset was, it was beautiful. And there was a show of magenta orbs when I went there. And they kept expanding and shooting all different directions, creating forms, creating light codes, filling the sky and diving into the water, illuminating it with the color of magenta. The sun was, of course, the large golden ball that was emitting all the energy that, that were visual for me. So again, the colors, magenta and gold. So this has been happening since September, this energy, stream of energy coming through. So I just buried my feet in the sand peacefully and allowed my body to receive the energy through these amazing orbs. And I actually didn't notice any sensations in my body, but I just had the pure feeling of love and joy and sense of acknowledgement of beauty within and without. And here we are on 10/10. So I knew per last Sunday that there would be something coming through a light language transmission, and I actually felt it since last month, but I just didn't know what yet. So it seems that this happens for me, and I get some sort of buildup of a stream of energy that needs to come through before I create what I guess you would consider the action, which this action is light language. So my point here is that there is a stream of focused energy coming through over a period of time. And I don't know what it is all the time, but it feels substantial. And I was guided to express it through process of recognition, recognizing intuitive guidance and assembling the puzzle pieces for some sort of masterpiece to come through, as we are creators, right? Also, I will add, I definitely have had some big purging over these last few months, which apparently needed to happen before this as well, which must be needed to release for this point. And we are designed to trigger each other, and that can be good and bad, but light language can certainly do that and bring, you know, activations of DNA, activations of all sorts of things. So this feels like a very good a thing that we're doing here right now. And I appreciate all you people being on here with your energy, because that just amplifies it. So I'm expressing all this as an experience so that all can see that everything has meaning, and our awareness and openness to receiving it and allowing it to become present within our conscious awareness is beautiful, joyful, and a wonderful experience. Perhaps this happens for many of you already. I'm just sharing my experience and my process and journey to get to this light language session today. So it's been kind of interesting. And the last words on this actual light code was that came through was, this light code is an energy to assist in the union of the masculine and the feminine energies within, as we allow recognition, our feeling of connection to all that is, through the spiral of our existence and eternal journey of love. The tetrahedron gives us that sense of stability and balance through this energy stream as we merge into oneness. This feels symbolic of humanity's journey and evolution, coming back to self and into the fifth dimension of our consciousness, which is the state of pure love. And this, of course, is our next phase. So, okay, enough talking. So I just wanted to bring that information. I don't know if any of you guys got anything out of that, but it was a process for me to get to this point, because I did feel light language. I hadn't done it in a while in a group, and I just felt like it was building. And when this light code came through, it built into creating an art out of it. So, and the colors became such a big part of it. So, you know, it just has continued to amplify, you might say. So I do feel like this light language may be amplified as well. So we will see. So I think all of you on the call have experienced light language. Is there anybody that has not experienced light language? No? Okay. Let me do something here. Whoops. Stop sharing that. Hold on just 1 minute. I'm just getting back to okay. Are you guys, you're still able to see it, right? Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Got some weird things going on here. Okay. All right. So everybody, I guess everybody has experienced light language. So I'm going to leave this up, and you can leave your eyes open and focus on the light code if you want, or shut them, whatever works for you. And so let's just take some deep breaths and just prepare yourself to receive. Open your heart and allow the energies to saturate.
Could everyone please mute?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I see some unmuted and hearing some little bit of noise.
Whoops. Let's see. Is everybody muted? Let's see. think everybody's muted. Okay. Sit back and relax. Da una I jatapakuna itapahuna jatapakuna. Janamahina nine. Naya jatapakuna ijuta ta 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 amma ta 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 ujatapu ta janama ayata tu nama alaku ta ajonama ata tuna ayata ajunama ala uta ainama jatapakuna hitapa una ajata jatapakuna Ujata ata. Tujanama ayata. Unama alla. Uta. Jinama ahum. Ta ija nama alla ku uta ana ija taperin nama ta jata aina Deja nama nama ahita pa akin. Uja nama ayata ala kun nama aju tapaka ija nama ayata pa akun. Janama ayata. Dayana. Tuuta ajata pekun. Toja nama ayata pekin. Uta ayanama. Ta junama la una ijata pekun nama ayata papapapapapapakuna ijata pekin nama Huta anna ijata ta unama ayata ta inama aju unama Akhaya tu unama ala ata. ta inama ajata to uta aju ta na ejata. Naya 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 janama. Naya 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 junaya na 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 naya na. Naya 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 ya 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 ya. Dijanamahai. The inuma jatahi the bakuna ijotahi namaata. Utape ainama ujatahi namayina mayina. Namayina mayina 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 mayina. Unayana junaya. Tunamaya ya 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 unay jata peka unaya ta 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 unaya na 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 ujata ta 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 una na 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 ija na 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 ta ija ta na jo unamakai tu jata peka yute peka na ija ma ain Jonama hai apakon. Ne ejo onama ala. Tu 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 Tana, tana, ujata ujata unama ayana, jakan, utapakan, anama. Mm. Mm. You can unmute yourself if you want to share any experience that you may have had, whatever it may have been, even if it's peace and calm. I open the floor.
Okay. Christy?
Yes.
This is Maria.
Hey, Maria.
And it was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
I can't hear you very well.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Try again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So it was very beautiful. It was very nice. There were different phases of it. I think for me, the first phase felt like an opening. And the energy of that opening felt like it was helping me sort of relax and to be able to reset myself to be able to open to the rest of the message. So the first part felt like an opening energy to me.
Okay.
And then, what I remember being very relaxed, very comfortable, and also seeing and feeling these ribbons of different light, different colors.
Yeah.
Just flowing all around me. It felt very feminine. It felt like a very feminine, divine feminine energy,
Yep.
very supportive and very loving. And I was just floating in that for most of the second part.
Cool. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great. Great. Thank you for sharing.
Hello, Christy.
Hi, Christy. It's
Yes.
Susan.
Oh,
Who's so?
You go ahead first.
Naila?
okay.
Is that Naila?
Yep.
Yep.
I was just going to say, I experienced the person speaking was some sort of aqua being. He had like arms and legs like us, but it was like webbed feet and hands.
Wow.
And he was delivering this message that came through, I felt like, at least to me, kind of like squatting position and just kind of telling a story. And he was unlocking this memory chain for me, but I feel like for all of us. And things just started pulsing, different memories of different realities. And one of the things that a lot of them are hard to put into words, except for a moment when I saw the earth before humans were even here. And it was just so peaceful, so beautiful, which made me remember that I've seen that before during one of your light languages. So I thought that was interesting. And what he gave me, the telepathic messages, the reason for these memories to be unlocked was to remember a time when there was freedom and peace and really how light that felt.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing.
Wow.
So,
That makes so much sense. So much sense. Wow, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, thank you. Thank you very
Hi,
much.
Christy.
Hey.
Hey, Christy. Hi. I got on the call a little late, just like at 7:20. Is that artwork that was up there that you put up, is that the artwork that was inspired by you?
That's a light
That you
code that
did?
it's a light code that came through in a sketch, and then I made it artwork.
Oh my God, it's stunning. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, for me, beautiful, my Aries sister.
Yeah.
For me, when you were doing the light language, I felt so much, I felt so much Lemurian energy. I felt that we were all in Lemuria together, okay? It felt very Lemurian, like Hawaiian, Lemurian. I didn't feel a male or female energy. It was more like just, you know, high consciousness in Lemuria. So it really took me back to our lifetime in Lemuria. That's what it did for me, sweetie.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sister.
Sure. Anybody else want to share?
Hey, Chrissy, it's Catherine.
Hey, Catherine.
Well, I was just following you along, like we're sound by sound.
Really?
Yeah, and then I had an interesting physical sensation of a semi-sharp pain shooting down from my groin to the inside of my left leg, down to my knee. And see, then the bottom of my feet got very warm. So way cool, you know.
Wow, that almost sounds like a release, like you released an energy.
Cool. Well, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
and I had
that's what it sounds like. Interesting.
a lovely acupuncture session yesterday, which was long overdue, and it's amazing what something like that can open.
Yeah.
You know, so there's part of that.
Yeah. Excellent.
Also, I'd like to share with the rest of the group that I've been unknowingly I was speaking the light language until Christy showed up.
Well, there you go. There you go. Excellent.
I didn't know what the heck it was. It would just come out of my mouth, you know, just like whatever. But I just went with the flow.
That's what you got to do. Go with the flow, and she'll come on through.
And welcome, Susan. I'm glad to hear your voice.
Anybody else?
Thank you, darling.
Anybody else want to share?
I'd like to share. This is Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
First of all, I'd like to commend you on your artwork. It's amazing. I mean, the light codes that you're creating are unfathomable.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just can't put my words to it. And the next thing is that light language that you did before the Ancient Awakenings thing.
Yeah.
I wish we could make that more often. That was very powerful, as this was too. I felt it in my heart the whole time. Yeah. And I've been working a lot in that area anyway. But the words that came was sovereignty and solidarity. And so that was very powerful.
Yeah.
Synchronistically, I'm in a guardian group that this girl, Dr. Jacqueline Hobbs, who is the oraclegirl.org, and I've been with them for almost a year. And so we have a guardian meditation where we focus on different Italy and Germany and the US and all that. We focus on the leaders. And right now she's doing a silent immersion, and which I am registered into. And synchronistically, she mentioned gold yesterday. She put out and if I can read it, what she sent. Okay.
Sure.
Your purity signal conducts through gold. not the precious metal, but its multi-dimensional structure. The gold in your body, in your brain, and in your head connects with the gold in the earth and the earth's electromagnetic grid. Gold is being replaced by copper, so another type of technology takes over the planet, a destructive technology which will destroy purity once and for all. She believes that we all have the ability to purify ourselves within, and so we do these. Can purity destroy the humanity left helpless? Purity is indestructible, but the body is not. If the body is changed or rewired out of the gold frequency, purity will still exist, but will no longer be embodied. Gold is a species of its own intelligence. It carries the current, quite literally, of joy. And this is so, you know, I have clients as a shamanic practitioner, and I'm seeing so much gold connecting to their higher selves, which is like, anyway, that's a whole nother story. Carries on quite. When you function on this wavelength of the current of gold, your body self-heals. You open to the universe and you know the story of God.
Yeah.
God was created by others who did not come into this world. They designed a body for those here who at this time were non-physical. The shimmer of those beings was like sunlight on leaf. For our deeper understanding, we will call this the leaf people. 2 more sentences. The leaf people were so advanced. They were the force of this universe, made of pure love that connects. They connected the worlds. Gold and togetherness is the key to this planet. First, I will explain with the picture, and then I'll explain with words. So she's got some more information on gold and togetherness coming down the pipe.
Yeah, you know, when I read that Chinese proverb that you know, gold will sustain the fire, because for gold itself, the element gold, the more fire and heat you put to it, the purer it gets. Yeah. It totally purifies it. So we are, you know, I see us as being the gold. That, yeah. I mean, I feel it is like running through my veins, gold. It is such a part of me. So there's so much about it that I don't know it all, but I can feel it. And you know, I guess my consciousness is trying to get it through, but you know, it's not, I don't quite have it yet, but I just know. It's just knowing of that it's very important on our journey right now, extremely important. And history, there's so much history around gold and what happened in our history where so much gold, the element was stolen from people, and you know, the planet and what people came here was for the gold. So we know gold in itself, the element of gold has a very high energy that is beyond our understanding.
Yeah, it's the most conductive material we know of, and it's multidimensional. It really is.
Right. Yeah. Great. Excellent. Anybody else have any share you want to share? All right.
Christy, it's Gina.
Yeah. Hey, Gina.
Gosh, I'm just so amazed with your beautiful path. It is just phenomenal. It truly is. And your artistry is just fantastic. Just this one right here, so beautiful as well. My God.
Thank you.
But what I was just I think I overfocus. I really try to focus to try to visualize, and I can't get nothing to come through. But the feeling, oh my God, the feeling is just beautiful, and the blissfulness and the love that I was feeling. And just like Catherine was saying, I hang on to every word. I'm like listening to every word and bringing them in, and just just so beautiful. This was so different, so powerful. My
Yeah,
goodness.
it
So
is
many
changing.
different.
Yeah, it definitely, I can feel the changing from, certainly from when I started, but it just keeps changing, and
I
it's the
feel like it's
energy.
elevating. It's elevating,
Yeah,
Christy. That's how I
yeah,
felt. It was just so much,
yeah.
such a more higher vibrant, I don't know, something
Right.
very strong.
Well, you know,
Mhm.
our bodies are, you know, we're coming, you know, light is entering our body. And I saw this image that somebody had posted. It was a spot of water, but it was like under a magnifying frame, and the water was like rainbow. It looked like a rainbow cell. And when I saw it, what came to me was that is our cells. Our cells are lighting up right now, and we are water. I mean, you know, we're made like Gaia is. What Gaia is 75% water. We are getting there. You know, science says we're 55 to 65 or whatever, but we're meant to be 75%. So we're meant to be exactly the same as Gaia is, because that's where we're made from. So yeah, fascinating. But thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much, Christy. Always from the bottom of our hearts. We all appreciate you so
Yeah,
much. Thank
you're
you.
so welcome. So welcome. All right. Anybody else want to share? All right. Well, I thank you all for joining me. This has been fantastic. The people that joined, this is all for a reason, and I'm going to put this out there because I do think that this energy is for this time, for others who might resonate with it. But we're in some pretty amazing times right now, as you all, I'm sure, feeling it, and it's exciting. It's exciting. So another round of applause.
Yay!
Yeah, celebration is
Woohoo!
full.
We're there.
This
We're
is what
there. Oh,
I think
guys,
people
we're
are
there.
starting to have dreams about celebrations, you know, parties, and you know, and I think that's where we're at right now, because we're
I,
coming
I
into it.
felt that at the end of the transmission you just did. I
Did you?
felt that.
Yeah,
That we're here, guys. We're going to be celebrating together very soon. We're here.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I think we had a lot of beings with us today, bringing it in for sure. All right.
Not Don. He's spoken up. Where's Don?
I see Don. Don, you unmuted. Did you want to say anything?
I thank you for the presentation tonight. I really don't have anything to say.
That's fine. That is fine.
But I'm touched by it.
Oh, good. Good.
How are you, Sunny? Hi. How are you? Christy, I mean, the art struck me first, and it was beautiful and meaningful, and the two energies and then the gold in the middle that kind of brought it together. And I love the light language. I mean, I was just floating while you were doing it, and just
excellent.
And Maria's reminding me I did my own light language at the same time during part of it too.
Excellent.
In response, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. Thank you.
Christy, may I share one more thing about the magenta?
Yes.
I remember sitting in a classroom, probably it was like third grade, maybe second or third grade. And, you know, we had crayons, and that they were, the deluxe set was, you know, 64 crayons. I came across magenta. It's just like, ooh. So
yeah.
that was my introduction to magenta in this life thus far. But I've always enjoyed the color, and I'm so glad that we can incorporate it into our meditations and wear it and drink it, because there are magenta colored vegetables and fruits.
That's right. There are. You know, another thing about magenta and gold, when I first really got into, you know, more took a dive into, you know, this consciousness and you know, this journey, those are the colors that came to me, was gold and magenta. And what would happen is because I'd sit in front of the water, and I would just sort of meditate or just be real, you know, in stillness. And all of a sudden, you know, where the sunlight reflects on the water, that reflection would go in gold and it would go in magenta. And that was my first visual of getting anything. I was like, wow, wow. I was so excited, you know? So this is interesting because that's when I really started the seriousness of diving. And now here we are back to magenta and gold. So, you know, it's this rebirthing process that we're doing. So that became very significant. I just thought of that today. It's like, oh, wow. Okay. I just come around and here we are. And it's rebirthing. It's arising from the ashes. It's, you know, it's so much right now. So exciting times. Okay. Well, I thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's your energy here with me that amplifies this. I am in gratitude for you joining me. Thank you so much. And I love you all. And we'll see what our next steps are, right?
Yes.
Indeed. Indeed.
Love you. Love you. Family.
All right. Love and light to all of you.
Thank you. Blessings.
Namaste.
God bless everyone.
Love you
Namaste.
all.
Hasta la bye-bye.